Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Our warranty consists of 4-tier system, 1, 2, 5, and 10.
Yeah.
For the first year of warranty, we're going to cover materials and workmanship. So that's going to cover stuff of drywall, nail pops, door adjustments, anything that has to do with workmanship or materials. A couple things, what it doesn't cover is what it doesn't cover cosmetic damages or wear and tear items, okay? For the 2-year warranty, we're going to cover all mechanicals, okay? So HVAC, plumbing, electric is covered for 2 years, along with your appliances. Whirlpool appliances, okay? Those will be covered for 2 years as well. They go directly through Whirlpool when it comes to coverages, okay? So Whirlpool uses Flamingo Appliance and Field Services are the 2 providers they use to do repairs. Again, it won't do anything as far as cosmetic damages. So cosmetic stuff definitely would need to be called out right away. You know, like when you're doing your walk today, that's when you kind of want to call out that kind of stuff. For the 5-year warranty, it's going to be water intrusion. So that's going to cover stuff like a pipe breaking inside of a wall, roof leaks, but not pertaining to hurricane. Okay, so the hurricane is the area where they say if a hurricane comes through and it causes damages, then those kind of items are typically that would go through homeowners insurance. Okay, but obviously we would still take a look at them and stuff like that just to make sure what the root cause is. And then for the 10-year warranty, it's going to be the structure. So that's going to be, you know, block walls, roof trusses, roof sheathing, things like that or whatever. Warranty very seldomly used, but it's there just in case if something does ever happen.
Yeah.
Okay. When submitting warranty requests, there is a sticker that is on the breaker box already that has the contact information, so you can create a owner entry and submit items through the portal. You can email West Florida Service at pultegroup.com. There's a business hours phone number, which is 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. You have Whirlpool appliance number on here, which is going to go directly through Whirlpool. And then it lists out the RT Moore, which is our plumber out here. HVAC is Bayonet, and electrician is Edmondson. So there's an after hours emergency number, but for what this bottom section's for is what classifies as emergency with Pulte is anything that makes your house not livable, okay? So the only 2 things that make your house basically not livable in Florida would be the HVAC going out and a full plumbing backup, okay? So there's 2 bathrooms in this house. One's not working, the other one's working. It's not considered an emergency, okay? But HVAC obviously is always going to be the biggest ticket because if the AC goes out, it's going to be super, super hot. It's never going to go out on the day that it's 50 degrees outside. It's always going to go out when it's 100 plus degrees. So this sticker is just an extra one. It's already on the breaker box. There is a warranty department, I should say, which there's coordinators that sit behind a computer and a phone. So when it comes to easy requests of like, hey, the LED is hanging from the wall or something, those kind of requests can be scheduled right through them. When they schedule requests, somebody that is 18 years of older has to be at the house present, and it's either an 8 to 12 time slot or a 12 to 4 time slot, Monday through Friday. No weekends, no late nights or anything like that. So that's how the warranty work has to be scheduled, okay? And these paperwork here gives you a step-by-step on how to do that, breaks it down and everything like that. There's a warranty performance standard book, which just gives you a breakdown of what our warranty covers and what it doesn't cover. It also gives you tolerances and stuff. So I did send an email already to the homeowners that were on file this morning, which has most of that electronically, plus they'll have my information as well. So I did that this morning already. But this will give you like tolerances and stuff, because obviously construction is, there's no such thing as necessarily perfect. It's built by hand. So we try to make it look as perfect as possible. And then there's tolerances when it comes to things that, like, let's say if we call out an issue, there's a tolerance with that issue to say whether it's within tolerance or not, okay? So this breaks that down there. Definitely you want to register your appliances for a model number and serial number. There's a white sticker on the inside of the door that has those 2 pieces of information. And the importance of that is so that if you do ever have to call Whirlpool, they already have that information, because they're always going to ask for that when they go to schedule work. And then, like I said, they're going to use Flamingo Appliance or Field Services are the 2 providers that they use to do repairs, okay? They will try to repair it as many times as they can. If it gets to a time of, hey, we can't repair it, then that's when they'll replace it, okay? The AC system. So very important about the AC system is that keep in mind it's a 15-degree differential from outside to inside. So if it's 90 outside, the air will run efficiently at 75. Will it get lower? Yes, it will get lower, but it will work a lot harder to maintain at lower temperature, especially with the Florida heat, okay? Make sure that the air filter is getting changed every 30 days, okay? I would recommend getting the cheap filter as the big thick filters, HEPA filters, allergies, all that, it blocks the air from going back through the system, okay? So it actually causes harm to the AC system. And also keeping your condensation line clean, okay? Condensation line is distilled vinegar. Dump a little bit down when you change the filter. It takes 5 seconds. Distilled vinegar is really cheap. You don't need no brand name, cheap as possible, and just dump some in. And that just keeps all the gunk out. The acidic keeps that line clean. When there is a backup on the condensation line, we only will cover that under our warranty for the first year because it is homeowner maintenance, okay? In Florida with the humidity, everything kind of gets sticky and gunky and it junks that line up. Okay, so if the AC ever goes out and the thermostat is blank, the first thing to look at is your condensation line on the AC closet, which should be to pull your cap off and to see if there's water right there. If there's water right there, the fix is taking a shot back to the outside condensation line, sucking it clean, and then your AC will automatically turn back on because the float switch is gonna drop, okay? So just keep that in mind when it comes to the AC. And then the other thing is just verifying that it was registered. It should be already registered through Bayonet, but it used to be where it was homeowner responsibility. Now, all I ask is that you verify it, and then what it does is it gives you the manufacturer warranty of an extra 3 years on specific parts and 5 years on the compressor. Okay, so it's just a free warranty for doing nothing, basically. But just verify it, and what it is, it's registered to the house. Okay, so it's not to a person, it's to the house. Okay? There's some information here on adjusting cabinets, on the hinges and stuff. You have MI windows in this house, so they're vinyl windows with the tilt function and stuff, really neat, and we'll show you guys that. The home is also equipped with hurricane shutters. Very important in Florida, as we just had a tropical storm, which actually was a hurricane category 1, I believe, when it actually hit, but very important to, once you get settled in a house, is to check the shutters, making sure that, one, you have everything, you know how to use them, making sure that the tag is on the right bottom of the right bottom corner, okay, the tag. The window, you'll get a map, which that's what he's gonna get right now. There's a map that shows them installed on the house, so it's window specific. There's no guesswork on where they go. What I do say is all shutters are custom made, so it's per house. There's a 3-4 week lead time on them. So if it's definitely sooner than later, especially as we're in the storm season now, to make sure that you do have everything. The picture was taking on the house, so yes, they were all here at one time, but from that time to the person going to use them, sometimes all of a sudden one disappeared, all of a sudden one doesn't fit. So make sure you verify. I do have some extra hardware, but I don't have shutters. So definitely if sometimes a problem, you want to bring that up to me as soon as possible so we can get that rolling just in case we do get another storm or something like that, okay? A couple other things is when it comes to lawn maintenance, irrigation and sod. There's no warranty after closing, okay? Now, if something happened right away, obviously we take care of it, but it is homeowner maintenance. This grass, I would say, is pretty well established, I would say, about right now. I don't know if the irrigation setup, but it looks pretty good. It's nice and green. I walked around and stuff, it's pretty full. But you wanna make sure that you're monitoring the irrigation system, making sure the grass gets cut, fertilized, bugs treated, and all that stuff like that. The houses in between, you want to monitor that irrigation system, okay? It's not the irrigation system is not a like set and never look at it again, because what happens is when they're watering, your grass is getting wet, you're watering, their grass is getting wet. And if both homeowners are hitting that middle section, what happens is it holds water, and then it will, when the lawnmowers come through, it will rut it up. So definitely want to keep that in mind. Making sure it's good if somebody's maintaining it to try to get one person that can monitor everything. They can make sure that what the irrigation system looks like. If the grass gets brown and needs more water, if it's green, you can probably dial back a little bit on the irrigation system. So that's important thing to keep in mind. If there's no issues or no problems or anything like that, At the 9-month mark, you'll get a reminder email basically saying, hey, you're coming up on your 1-year warranty. Is there any concerns or anything that you would like to have looked at that time? That's the time to fix those home settlement things. Cracks in the ceiling, drywall, nail pops, maybe door adjustments, things like that. Maybe like grouting on the back of the backsplash, stuff like that, the cracks just from kind of movement and settlement. I'll send an email from my email at the 10-month mark, and I'll send a couple of reminders. If I don't hear nothing, I assume everything is good and there's no problems, okay? So definitely that's just basically another step in the process as a check to say, hey, was there any issues? A couple things to keep in mind. Stucco cracks are not covered under warranty. The only way they're covered is if they have an 1/8 inch in separation, which they're never that big. So keep in mind that, because especially with the rainy season and water intrusion, it only takes a hairline crack for water to come through. The other thing is concrete, the concrete outside. This garage floor has already been epoxied, so that's good, but the sidewalks and all that, if there's cracks, hairline cracks are not covered under warranty. We do everything we can to prevent cracks, but they're not covered under warranty unless it's a 1/4 inch in separation. So there's just a couple things that come up quite often that a lot of people just assume that they're already covered under warranty, but they are not, and it is in this book and it breaks it down under measurements and stuff like that. Other than that, that's about all I got. Any questions?
No.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
We did it again, then add one.
They're done.
Yeah, if we have any questions.
The one at 1 o'clock, I will just say that one and then send it to her. You don't have to repeat it again.
The 1 o'clock one's good?
Yeah, same day.
And there's just
That's
another
right. Yeah, that is so.
right? You can just send it.
Yep. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sam. Yep.